Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a bake and clean with me. So I typically bake a ton of cookies this time of year, like a lot of people do, but raising two toddlers right now has been kind of exhausting. So this bake with me video is a little bit different than mine in past years. I will link the one from last year down below. It has 4 different recipes, if I'm remembering correctly, but this year is a bunch. It's 3 recipes of totally easy things that you can do and do during nap time. So I was able to do all 3 of these recipes while my kids were overlapping with their nap, and even was able to clean up a little bit while one of the recipes was baking. So this first recipe is what is normally a wreath cookie. In my family, we call them bushes because we don't take the time to make the hole in the middle. And then I also always pick the red hots off the top of these cookies. So traditionally you would put red hots on there like it was berry leaves on the wreath, or in our case on the bush, but I always take them off. So I decided I'm not going to spend the time or the money to buy the red hots and put them on if when I eat these cookies I'm just going to peel them off. If I was making them and bringing them to an event or sharing them with friends and family, yes, I would buy the red hots and put those on, but because I was just keeping these at home, I decided not to do that. So this is a really simple recipe: butter, marshmallows, a little bit of vanilla and food coloring, and then you add in the cornflakes like I did there, and then you just mix it all together. And then we will be separating the cornflake marshmallow mixture and putting it on parchment paper to dry. So this is very similar, in my opinion, to like a Rice Krispie kind of treat. So if you already have one of those that you plan on making, maybe skip this one, but these are in my top 3 of holiday cookies and have been since I was a little girl. So if you've never made these before, give it a try. They are really, really good and tasty. So these are great if you're in a bind and you need to do something quickly. I was even thinking the color is perfect if you've got like a Grinch themed get together or party or whatnot. So give them a try. I really, really love them. Like I said, they're in the top 3 of my favorite holiday cookies, and trust me, I've tried a lot. So this recipe is one that I've seen it before, and I think I've tried a variation of these like peanut butter brookies, but with Oreos instead of Reese's peanut butter cups. And then it was also in like a big like 8x8 or 9x9 pan, so a little bit different. These are like individual cups in the muffin tins. I had such a hard time getting the final product out of the muffin tin, so keep that in mind. I don't know what I could have done differently. Probably just like sprayed the inside better. Maybe use like something different than the olive oil spray. I'm not sure, but I didn't want the ridges on the edges with cupcake liners. So I feel like silicone liners might have done well because they would have at least come out, and then part of the dessert would have stuck to that. But all in all, these were really, really good. That was just a user error issue. So if you're going to make these, just make sure you really, really grease your pan, or if you have a different solution that works for you, use that. I also think maybe if I didn't push this bottom cookie dough part into the pan as hard, then maybe they would have been a little bit easier to get out. And then I'll talk to you about the brownie part when we get to it. But really what this is you bought store-bought cookie dough. You could make your own cookie dough, I bet. But the recipe suggested getting store-bought chocolate chip cookie dough mix pre-made, so that's what I did, and you just divide it into 12 sections and put it in the bottom of your muffin tin. Then you're going to go through with a Reese's peanut butter cup and put that in the middle, and then you're going to top it with your brownie mix. And you saw earlier I whipped that up and mixed it and put it to the side, so that's ready to go. So really simple and easy. You're not making a ton of things. It's a box brownie mix, so pretty easy. But I do think there are a couple things I could have done differently. So like I said, the first thing is make sure you really grease your pan. The second is don't push the cookie dough mix down quite as hard. And then the third is to not overfill with your brownie mixture. So in hindsight, I could have left out some of the cookie mix at the bottom, so I added in a little bit of it just to use it all up. You really don't want to overfill these cups because then they get poofy, and you'll see mine at the end. I don't think they look bad at all, but I think that aided in getting the difficulty in getting them out. So just some things to think about, but they were really good. So taste-wise, we were not disappointed over here at all. Also, I will be linking the recipe links in the description down below. So if you're interested in trying any of these, I will link to them. And I will also link my Christmas treats board on Pinterest if you are looking for more inspiration. Pinterest is definitely my go-to place, and don't think I will ever stop using it. I love it so much. So this one is hands down the easiest and quickest to make if you have all the ingredients. It is called reindeer chow, and it's basically just like a festive trail mix. I love things like these. I think these are great to bring just because it's something to snack on while you're in an event, or people can take the trail mix and eat pieces if they would like out of it and leave things behind, whatnot. My kids are obsessed with this. I wish I had the mini unwrapped Reese's, but my Walmart was out of those, so we're using these bigger Reese's cups. They're still the mini size, but they have these unwrapped ones that don't have a wrapper that come in a bag that are even tinier, that are perfect. I did modify my recipe from the recipe that I looked at as a guide. I changed up the nuts, so I used peanuts instead, and I think they had coconut flakes, but I just left those out. So just a little bit of tweaking here or there, but that's the beauty of trail mix. Put in what you like, take out what you don't, and it's going to turn out tasty. One thing that if I do make this to take it to an event, I will do homemade puppy chow instead of store-bought Muddy Buddies, but this drastically cuts down the time, and it still was very good. So baking is done, and now we are just doing a little bit of cleaning. It always feels so good to reset after working in the kitchen. I do like to start with the kitchen nice before I bake. It just helps, I don't know, it just makes me feel better and enjoy the baking more. But now that the baking is over, we're going to tackle the different parts of our house and then the kitchen. I do clean a little bit now, and then my kiddos wake up, so then we end up cleaning after dinner. So of course the kitchen gets messy again, so you'll get to see all of that cleaning as well. This time of the year can be so hectic, and keeping my house clean seems like just a harder chore task. I don't know if it's because my kids are more restless because we're inside more since it's chilly here in the Midwest. I don't know if the mental load of the other tasks just make my normal daily task trickier. But anyways, it just seems like it's much harder to maintain like my normal routine. But when I do maintain it, I just feel so much better. So this was all done on a Friday. I love baking, and so I really wanted to make sure I took the time to bake and do something that filled my cup. And now I'm sitting here and it's Sunday and my whole entire house downstairs is destroyed. And I felt like I tried to maintain it. So I don't know what to tell you. I think this time of the year is really just like holding on for dear life, and I don't want to say like just getting through it, because I do find so much joy in this time of the year. It's has always been my favorite time of the year, but it does get tricky. I'm so happy I was filming this little moments with my kiddos like this, so I can kind of preserve how little they are, how cute they are. I love when they want to help me. It just warms my heart. Now it does make things take about 8 times longer, but it does warm my heart when they want to be in the kitchen and around helping out and playing. So like I said, I did some cleaning during nap time, and now it is after dinner time, and we are just trying to reset the house so that we can kind of have a fresh start in the morning. If you are in a bind and you're feeling like super desperate, one thing I recommend is to get like takeout. I know some people are trying to be healthy. I am definitely trying to watch what I eat and be healthy. Just not necessarily for like any sort of like weight loss goals, but just to like feel better. I learned that I have a couple pretty like big food sensitivities, so I'm just trying to avoid those and make some lifestyle changes. But that was a tangent. But going back to what I was saying is go get takeout, because then you're not making your kitchen any messier, you're not using any more dishes, and it will be like such a relief. I know for myself, the thought of like having the dinner load taken off my plate can really help, and then it can also kind of rejuvenate me to be able to clean when the kids are in bed or after we've finished eating. So that's what we're doing now. If you've made it to this part of the video, thank you so much. I appreciate you for clicking on this video and making it this far. It means the world to me. I say that every single time, but truly, truly it does. I'm so glad you decided to take some time and spend it here with me. I hope that if you enjoyed this video, you give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. It helps me so much with trying to grow my channel and get myself out there. So I have really enjoyed making these videos the past year, and I hope that you stick around for more. I will have a new video next Sunday. Bye, guys.